software it is?
Okay, whatever we have discussed, right? So those are same only. They will follow same
Yeah,
thing only.
for everything, a product or a process, for everything, the types of testing will be the same.
Exactly.
Okay.
So if you open browser and if you launch the Amazon web application, so you
Mm.
can see three dots, vertical three dots. There is an
Yes.
option called more tools. In that there is an option called developer tools.
Okay.
So if you click here, it will behave as a it is just kind of mobile. So already there.
Okay. Okay.
And some people, what they will do, they will create a cloud platform. So there they will load all their virtual devices. I will show you here.
Okay.
They will call as a perfect to lab.
Hmm.
Okay. So you just need to launch. So in that,
Okay.
it is just easy only. So there
Okay.
you just need to select the device.
Okay.
So
Okay.
then you open the browser like how we do in our real device, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you no idea of real device, then it is very easy. It is just kind of launching
Okay.
and
It shows like how the mobiles shows the application.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can see here they have loaded all these are virtual.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You just
Yeah.
need to launch, then it will behave as a like this. Then you have
Mobile
to.
application.
Sometimes what happens, right? See, this device will be overlapped each other, right? So
Hmm.
sometimes mobile view it is not loading properly, right?
Yeah.
So some issue will be there. In order to that, mobile application testing will be carried out.
Okay. Yeah.
So that is how. Okay, you can see here, but you cannot call anything or do a message or phone call, right?
Yeah.
Because it
Yeah.
is
Yeah. Only for the applications.
exactly. So, yeah, I can see Padma as well. Hi, Padma.
Yeah.
How was your weekend? Good,
Yeah.
all good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So before jumping on to the topic, I just ask you some questions uh, because we have discussed mobile testing and different types of mobile testing, right? So what are the steps we have carried out? What is the first step? Like let's say somebody asks you, what is your first step? Let's say I am asking you do the Amazon mobile application testing. So what
Yeah.
is your first step? In your,
A strategy,
Strategy. Planning a strategy.
planning the strategies.
yeah, exactly. So, what all steps we have just explained, we have discussed, right? First step, you have to strategy, then you have to what type of testing you will do, right?
So this
Yes.
is
So,
Yes.
testing.
functional, non-functional, then automation, then you have to design the test case, and you have to
Yeah.
start your.
Designing the test cases.
Hmm. So those steps, if you remember, so it is easy because every company they will follow the each steps.
Mm.
Because let's say you are cooking something, right? So first thing you have to get ready is seasoning. Directly you cannot prepare a curry, right? So you should have ingredient before that. So
Yes. Yes.
otherwise,
Equipment. Preparing the
exactly.
equipment and
So here also in same way. So everywhere, not only here. So let's say you do not know how to drive. First you have to go for coaching. Then you have to learn slowly. Then you will become a pro, something like that. So it is kind of step by step activities have to carry out. Same thing here as well. So in any of the mobile applications,
mm.
so they will follow the uh, initial steps, right? So step by step. So let's say one day they will do only planning all the strategy. Next day they will, because they will be having timelines. Okay, everything will be timeline. So they will give
Yeah.
30 days for testing to complete your testing everything. One week you have to carry out and you have to complete all the four steps. So next week you have to start your real execution. So
Yeah.
we'll understand more on that as well. So when it comes to software testing life cycle. Okay. So now we have standing at software development life cycle. Okay. So what does it
Mm.
mean? We have already discussed right earlier classes. STLC, SDLC.
Test.
It is a process and activities are carried out in software development. What
Yeah.
is software development? It is a developing the application, software application,
Yes.
right? So they will carry out a some like it is a model, nothing but they will having a prototype. So let's say So let's say you do not know how to cook or curry. So what you will do, you will go to YouTube and you will see somebody has prepared same thing, then you will follow same. So that is
Mm.
what we call it as a model. So let's say if somebody asks you who is your model, you will say somebody, right? So Abdul Kalam or Sachin Tendulkar or Virat Kohli, right? So it's kind of standard. So they will follow same thing. So let's
Yes.
say somebody Virat Kohli. Nowadays, everybody following Virat Kohli, like his hairstyle or beard, or let's say KGF, right? So kind of role model. So here also in software, if anyone build any software application, they will follow some steps, right? So same thing here as well. They will carry out all the activities. So it is a software development life cycle where developer will carry out activities to develop the software application. Okay.
Yeah.
So now let's see what all activity they will carry out. Right? Let's say how they will build. What is the first step they will follow, right? So which we have discussed very high level initially, right? So I told you. So Padma want to start his business, right? So they will come up with requirement. The developer will start developing. Then they will come into tester. Then it will go to releasing the software, right? So this is all. But here, so first is the process when you plan nothing but you have to before starting your development you have to plan, right? So what you are like building, right? So you have to understand the requirement. So you have to create. So after creating means you have to write a code. So then after the coding is complete, we have to test the software application. That is very important. That is why testers are required. So wherever development is in, testers are required. Right? Without tester, they will not release any software application. It is a gate tester is nothing but it is a like a quality gatekeeper. Okay. So then after testing, so there is no issues. Then only they will go for launching the software application. So
Mm.
that enter these activity we call it as a software development life cycle. The life cycle nothing but they will go first this, then releasing
Step
the
by
software.
step process.
Exactly. So what we'll do first, business will consult. They will reach you, right? First step. Hey, Padma will come to you. Prashanti, I have requirement to. I need the like kind of software. I want to. These are the my requirements.
Yes.
Okay. Then developer will analyze the requirement, right?
Mm.
Internally, all the developers like senior developer, development manager, right? Executive, everything will be there, that hierarchy. So then you'll start designing. So then they'll do architecture. We have already seen, right, like three tier architecture. So what does it mean? First layer will be presentation layer.
Mm.
So you can see Amazon it is a first layer, the
Yes.
architecture. So right, you do not know how it is written, the code backend. So it is a third one is business logic. So sorry, second layer. Third layer will go to database. So where it is saved in the Amazon server. If you log in, your username password will be saved in backend. You cannot see it, right? So that is what. So they will do architecture. So they will plan it. Okay, this is all requirement. So we have to build in this manner. So then they will go for coding. Once it is, they will do implementation. Then they will hand over that application to tester. Once testing is completed, they will go for launching the software application. Right. So if they have any issue in between, they have to fix it. So we'll discuss, right? So how to raise a ticket, who will fix it. There
Mm.
are many things. So this is the overview. Okay,
Mm.
in any software application they will follow it. Okay, so let's understand what they will do in planning and analysis. This is the first step in development life cycle, right? So let's see what they will do. It is a fundamental in first step in software development life cycle. So where the business requirement are compiled. So what does it mean? So they will read all the requirements. Okay, because first they have to understand, right? So
Mm.
they will client, they will call it a business analyst. He is a client. Okay. So for building, he will pay the money. So developer will get the money and tester also will get his money. Right. So that is how. Then in this requirement, right? So there will be business analyst, domain expert, project manager will be there. All they will sit together. They will have a meeting.
Mm.
Okay, because let's say you are buying a car, so you will go to showroom, right? So they you will discuss with manager. Okay, I have this much budget. I am looking for this car. So this is what. So he will give the details. Okay, that is how. So they will be meeting with the client and that is what stakeholders only client, then development team. Okay, so then they will go for write the use case nothing but they will take it down. Okay, they have delivered the food, type of delivery, this timing they are delivering, this kind of implementation they are doing it.
Mm.
Okay, so then each and everything they will make a note. Okay, everything in that document. Okay, so and they will identify if there is any risk is there, right? Let's say it is a kind of payment, so here a risk is there, right? So what if developed incorrectly, the cash has to, if it is deducting more than that, it is a high risk, right? So they will identify everything. So then they will decide the solution as well. So everything, okay. So once that is business requirements are finalized, okay. So this
Mm.
step is finalized. So now they will go for designing the product architecture. What does it mean? Let's say why it is in Amazon letters are there, why it is in white color. So it is again business. They will give. I need the Amazon letter to be in
Mm.
only small letter, white color. So that is how they will develop. So then header you can see black color is there. So it is all kind of business requirement only. And they develop. They are showing only search bar here. But if you
Mm.
open over it, it is a different. Okay, I will show you. The here search bar will be different. It's all kind of see here. It is a kind of different, right? You can see here the search bar is different. Right here, login and here it is there. But in Amazon, it is a different, right? So it is all a kind of business requirement. How they will tell, that is how they will do the architecture. Right? So they will design it. Okay. During this phase, that means during that period, the lead developer, development manager, everything they will again they will take a meeting, right? So they will develop the high level initial, right? So this is how we are building. So these are the things are there. So and they will detail like database should be there, right? So where your username has to show, like they will create a dummy database, everything. Then they will release it to real world. Okay, so that is how they will discuss in that. They will design an architect. Once it is finalized, they will go for coding.
Okay.
Okay, so they will do programming everything. They will do unit testing, right? So each and everything is working perfectly or not, and right. So that's what I told you, right? They will conduct the unit testing. Okay, so this is very important because this is where from where real software application being developed. So once it is done, so they will hand over that part to the tester. Okay, head tester. So you can test the login functionality. Okay, so then the testing team will be there, like senior tester, junior tester, test manager, right? So test lead, all team will be there. Okay, five to fifth, six members. So then they will start their like functional testing, unit testing, integration testing, system testing, acceptance testing, non-functional testing, everything, right?
Mm.
So they will conduct all the test cases.
Mm.
So once it is done, so they will go for releasing. Once everything is done, they will say, okay, testing will team will say, so everything is working as per requirement, business requirement. We are good to release the software, right? So then they will release it. After that release, let's say Amazon is already released. Okay, let's say Uber Eats is already in market, right? So it is how they have to maintain, right? The client has to maintain. What does it mean? So let's say sometimes we hear like Facebook is went down, Google is
Mm.
down, or Instagram is down, right? So that is will comes under maintenance. So they have to do it, right? So
Okay.
once the system is deleted, customers start using the system, right? So they if any issues are there, so they will go for fixing it. Let's say it is already nobody find the defect. Let's say it is not working. If I click here, so it is not working. Okay,
Mm.
or let's say I try to download this application from my phone, this option is not working. So then after releasing, they will find that reported by customer. So they will test it again. They will fix it. So then once it is fixed, they will go for upgrading. That is the reason. So they will ask you to there is a new version of application, please upgrade your device. Right?
Mm.
So this is how. And if in future, if they want to like widen their business, so they will add the one more option, right? Let's say you can they will give the option pickup option as well. You can go yourself, and initially it was not there. Pick up yourself. So that is what adding a new some features will be for existing software. So that is also they can do it. That is how whenever you update your software, some new features will be added. Okay. So this is all five steps they will carry out in any software company to develop the software application, to test it, to deliver
Mm.
it to client, right? So any questions here, like before going to next topic, like
Mm.
any point you have not understand are all clear?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we have understand software development, right, life cycle, like what are the steps they will follow, how the software is being developed, how it is tested, so how it is released. So now let's understand. So models, right? So let's say there are many models will be there, right? So there are seven models are there. To develop any model, you can refer anything. So there
Mm.
is a first model is waterfall model, and RAD is a rapid application model, rapid application development model.
Mm.
Then spiral model, V model. We have already discussed, right? So verification and validation,
Yeah.
and increment model, agile model. Nowadays, everyone is going for agile model. They will follow the agile development model. Then iterative model, big bang model. Okay, let's go one by one. So now you understand that you can ask what is models,
Yes. Yes.
right? It is a set of
Yeah.
activities will be mentioned in that model, like rules and regularity. It
Mm.
will vary from one showroom to another showroom. One YouTuber will do the same career in different manner. Let's
Yeah.
say you can that is what model, right? So cricket, there are many are there. So you can prefer any one model, you can achieve that target. Let's say you are cooking some what you call anything. You can say, let's say you are cooking some dosa. You can n number of models are there. Like let you can follow any one model. You can definitely at the end you can able to prepare that dosa, right? So same here as well. So there are eight models are there. You can refer any one model to
Mm.
develop your software application. And
Yeah.
also we'll understand when we will use waterfall model, when we will use agile model, so at what time we will use spiral model, right? So
Mm.
let's understand one by one. Just keep in remember. So if anyone asks, so tell me what all SDLC models are there. You can say waterfall model, agile model, V model, spiral model, any of these. Okay, let's understand. So, need of SDLC and its phase introduction. So, let's see. Software development life cycle. It is a application standard business practice. I told you, right?
Mm.
So, if you want to build anything, so you have to follow some standard rules and regulations, right? So, first you have to planning, then you have to understand the requirement, then you have to design. This is how step by step you have to follow it.
Mm.
Okay, so now let's understand more on this. Okay, you can see here. So there are seven phases of software development life cycle. What is the first phase? First, they will plan what all like client will plan. So I need they will document it. I told you, right? So they will document in Excel sheet or Word pad. Okay, I shown you here.
Yeah.
So then they will define the requirement. From this document, they will define it. Okay, these are the, they will list out. I told you, right? They will start the
Yeah.
business. They will list out the requirement. So then they will go for developing the software application. They will write a code. Then they will software tester will test all the application. So then they will release the software application. At the end, after releasing software, they have to do the maintenance.
Mm.
So this is the phases of seven steps in software development lifecycle.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's see the models of software testing in SDLC. We have already discussed waterfall model. First model is waterfall model. Let's see what is waterfall model. Okay,
Mm.
so it is a waterfall model is a software development life cycle model, right?
Mm.
So it will follow the linear sequential flow. Okay, so how in V model we have shown. Left side is development carried out, right side is testing carried out.
Mm.
But here in waterfall model, it is not like that. The first they will go for sequential one by one. The first they will go for requirement analysis, then they will start
Yeah.
designing until development complete. The testing will not start here. They will do integration testing. They will do each and every like one by one. Okay, I will show you the flow chart how exactly it was earlier. Everyone using 1 second. I'm getting one call. Okay, so here you can see waterfall model. The first they will go for requirement. Next
Yeah.
day they will go for designing one by one. We
Yeah.
have already discussed, right? So this is the steps involved in waterfall model.
Okay.
Okay, sequential model one by one. So until the requirements are finalized, they will not start their designing.
Yeah. Okay.
Until the design is completed, they will not go for development.
Yeah.
So until development is completed, you cannot test anything.
Yeah.
Each and every phases are interlinked.
Yeah.
So until testing is completed, you cannot release the software application. That is what deployment. Right? So that is the one by one. It is sequential manner. So now we have a second model of the software development is V-shaped. Here, V-shape is similar to waterfall model, but it will go for it kind of it will start early only. So what does that mean? Let's say the project does not follow the downgrade trend to completion. What does that mean? So they will not go for here like this. Once requirement is finalized, they will go for designing. Let's see how they will do. Right? Parallelly, developer and tester will work together. See, I told you, right? The process
Mm. Mm.
turn software development and tester use the testing plan created earlier to evaluate specific component. So I'll show you here. So how exactly they will follow here. Okay, we have already seen this snapshot, right? So here requirement gathering. First step, developer will gather the requirement. Parallelly, tester also they will start their understanding because tester also need to understand the requirement, right? So without understanding the requirement, you cannot test any software application. And developer also, right? So here tester and developer will carry out requirement gathering. So here the functional design. So again they will go for designing. So tester also start their designing. So what does it point of tester? So they will write the test cases. Okay, that will come to that. So how they will start it. So then they will here verification, validation. Verification is the developer part. Validation is tester part. Okay. So this is V model. So next model we have prototype model. What does it mean? It is a name suggests the model promote the concept of creating bare bone version of software application. So we'll understand what does it mean bare bone. Okay, and first we'll understand what it says. Okay, it helps to visualize component of software using product where the user is experience and application design is critical. I told you, right? Let's say the project is very critical and the requirements are very critical, then the development has to approach this model.
Mm.
Okay, so then it will reduce the length of project. What is it length of project? Nothing but let's say 30 days is there, they can finish in 15 days only. That follows is similar to same only. They will approach same thing only, waterfall. Okay, so once the prototype, nothing but the 1 second. Hello, yeah, tell me. No, no. Okay, so compared to waterfall model, it is a less timing. So let's say waterfall model. If you follow waterfall model, so it might be taking 30 days or 6 months to develop a software application. So if you follow prototype, it may take only 15 days. If you
Mm.
follow that model, or 3 months or two like that. So this is how. So once the project requirement are frozen, okay, frozen means finalized. You
So,
can see here. Yeah,
yeah,
go
so
ahead.
prototype has both testing also included in prototype model.
Yes, yes, everywhere. All the model software as development as well testing will be there.
Okay.
Okay. So only thing is when they will start, that is the challenge. So testing might be start initially as well. So they will divide the component. Let's say they will start with the early only. Waterfall, what first they will develop entire application. Let's say, so they will sign up, login, everything they will develop one time. So then after 3 months, they will ask to test the everything is ready. You can start.
Okay.
But in some V model, only login and sign up options are there. There is no option like delivery and everything. It is in under development. Okay,
Mm.
only they will ask you to test only these functionality. So that is how it is kind of based on the what model you are referring.
Okay.
Okay, it is not tough. They will like they will tell you. Okay, so do this, do that. According to that, you can start your work. So it is not a think more on this. It is just it will give some picture like how exactly backend they will follow the process.
Yeah.
They will any company they will it might be in some company they will follow the waterfall model. In some company they follow the V model. In some companies they will follow the agile model. So it
Okay.
is based company.
So, yeah, prototype is nothing but before going to a bigger picture, they just wanted to try whether
Here,
this works or not.
yeah,
Right?
here let's say if the requirements are very critical nothing but complex. Okay, so they will gather the requirement, they will do the discussion.
Mm.
Okay, they will build the sample. So
Sample.
after that, sample means demo wise.
Yeah, yeah.
It is not exact. So they will show them demo. So this is how the prototype is there.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay? So they will discuss again with customer. So then they will customer will give some suggestion. No, I don't want this type of coloring. I need this color. So then
Yeah.
they will refine the requirement again. So then this cycle will goes on
Mm-hmm.
until the customer is satisfied.
Okay.
Once customer is accepted, so then only they will go for designing.
Mm-hmm.
But in earlier, initially only at the beginning only, they will finalize everything requirement and by client. But here
Mm-hmm.
it is not like that. It will go in cycle. Then at the end they will go for testing and designing. Same thing. Okay, that is the prototype model. So now come to the spiral model, fourth software SDLC model.
Mm-hmm.
It is the most important software development life cycle because it will support the risk handling. What does it mean? Let's say share market is a very risky or banking. It is a component because in terms of money, right? So transaction of money, if they're developing some mobile application, it should not lead to security leakage or some anybody can hack your bank account. It is kind of risky, right? So in that case, they will go for spiral model. So
Yeah.
they will tell everything. What is the loop? Is there everything to the unknown? Every project to project, each and every loop of this software, everything they will analyze it. Okay, then they will go for like if only thing simple. If the requirements are very risky or project is very risky, they will go for spiral model.
Mm.
Okay, see here. The first they will identify what is your object, right? So
Yeah.
what all they will identify the solution, alternative solution as well. Let's say you are doing a bank transaction. Let's say you are sending IMPC only available, right?
Mm.
So what is the alternative? You can send NEFT as well. If NEFT is not there, you can go for depositing. So they will give for alternate solution as well, and they will identify the risk also. What is the risk of going depositing bank? Somebody can steal your money or something. Risk will be there. So they will everything they will kind of if in terms of risk and critical project. So they will go each and every steps. Once they will review everything, then they will go for developing software. Okay, it is kind of risk. If the project is very risk, then they will go for. So next model is iterative and incremental model. What does it mean? Iterative and incremental. Does it mean iterative means it is repeating. Increment means
Increase.
increment means they will adding new features. let's say in first, let's say they have let's say you have two I'll take next year. Let's say you were developing Amazon application. Okay, so they have given timeline of 60 days. In that 60 days you have to complete everything. So then they will go for first week, second week, third week, or let's say first month also, you can say the second month. Okay, so anything. Okay, so first week they will go for developing first login and sign up functionality.
Mm.
The second, it is kind of same thing only here also. So in next iteration they will go for main functionality. Main functionality means at least they will ready for releasing the food delivery, right? So application is available for cash and delivery only as of now. So next they will go for cash and delivery is already there. They will add the this like online. Okay,
Mm.
right. So in next version, like iteration, nothing but it is a iterative incremental model is designed to overcome weakness of linear model. I told you, right? In
Yes.
waterfall model, everything has to do it first only. But here, small. Let's say you have very urgency. So let's say I want to release my software. Let's say I want to release my software because you have that urgency, right? So then they will say, okay, in order to know everyone, so we will develop at least some functionality and we will deliver that software. At least cash and delivery, I need these functionality should be there. So they will test everything. They release the software to where for public use. Let's say earlier WhatsApp, there was no video call option or voice call options, right? If you remember, do you remember?
Sorry, what was that? What's that?
Earlier in WhatsApp earlier version, there was
Mhm.
no option of video call or
Yeah, yeah,
status.
yeah, yeah.
That is over, right? But WhatsApp was there in market, right?
Yes.
Here also, in every cycle, they will release some of the portion of the application. So this is what we call it as a iterative incremental model. Okay, if business is urgency, they will release some software just for public uses. Like, let's say if any movie is before releasing, they will release the teaser. After that teaser, they will go for releasing the trailer, right? One
Mm.
by one, just to make the public aware of that movie or public aware of that software. So
Mhm.
here also some will be there. Okay, that is what we call it as a iterative incremental model.
Mm.
Okay, so and each basis they will follow same thing. So now it is very 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 important is agile model. So nowadays everyone every company, almost all companies are using agile model. Okay, so in this model I have gone through very in depth how exactly and what are those, what is everything, because it is very if you want to remember this model is very important. If you remember, if you say I know the agile model everything, so then it is very easy for you to get into it. Okay. So now let's see what is agile model. It is a centered around iterative. Again, yeah, this is also same thing. Nowadays, I told you, right? So everyone will go for iterative incremental model. Agile also iterative incremental model because they want to release their software to a market as soon as early. Because let's say if they make any delay, some company also develop same application. They will release it. Right? That is maybe some classes maybe happen. So that is how to delay that. So they will go for this kind of because if any one movie is going for releasing, they will early only they will announce their title of that film. Right before shooting start itself, they will
Mm.
announce their title. So here also they will go for incremental and iterative approach. Nowadays, everyone wanting the application as soon as possible.
Mm.
Right? So they will collaborate all the team. to meet their client requirement, right? So I told you these project required engagement all the day with the client. Okay, because every cycle you should be having, right? So client will be asking you, I need this requirement to be implemented as soon as possible. They will give the timelines, right? So all these. Okay, let's understand more on this. I have a separate topic I have kept for agile model. Okay, so to understand this, so what they will do, planning, design, everything we have already discussed. So this is continuously it will go.
Mm.
Okay. Next version, they will develop something, they will add new feature. So earlier WhatsApp, there was no status option. So now they
Mm.
have added. So right. So this cycle will keep on continuing. Right. So this is the agile model. So last model we have Big Bang model. So Big Bang model, like earlier in almost 15 years back, this model was using. So nowadays, 2 3 years back, waterfall model are using almost all the companies. So nowadays, everyone switch to incremental iterative model or agile model. Current trend. Okay. So it will focus on all of these resources in development and coding with no or little planning. Okay, directly they will go for coding. Yeah, why? Because the requirements are very small. Let's say if login functionality is there, so directly they no need to discuss anything. They know login and everything. They will go. This model will applicable only for small project.
Mm.
Okay. So here are we given. So here very less. So now let's understand difference between some of the models. Difference between waterfall model, iterative incremental model. So
Yeah.
okay. So first as well, we have already know requirement to the requirement specification is very important. It is the first step. Without requirement, you cannot go for coding or testing it. Right. So in waterfall model, requirement specification at the beginning. All the model in all the software development model, everyone will start at the beginning only.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So difficulty, how it is difficult to understand or to follow the model is a very low, and it is a intermediate, and spiral also intermediate because these are very complex to understand. So how to mitigate that risk and everything. And customer involvement, what does it mean? Let's say you are developing and let's say you are testing some Amazon application. What does it mean, customer involvement? Any idea?
Customer,
The
customer
business
involvement.
owner involvement, customer, the end user.
Customer, nothing but client,
Yeah.
right? Or business. So every day you have to update it. So you have to update the client. So now I am working on some project, right? So you have to update every so let's say you will start work you are at 10 a.m. At the 5 p.m. you have to report, okay, these many hours I have worked on these requirement, and these are passed, and these are issues are there. You have to discuss with your client or manager. So these are the client involvement. Let's say in waterfall model, at the beginning only, because you have to understand the requirement from the client. In iterative incremental model, you have to get the feedback. Let's say many people will send you, let's say WhatsApp, I need some feature to be added. So then they will take the feedback, then they will add it to the next cycle. Right. So here also maintenance, it is very difficult to maintain, and it is maintainable because they have not added a complete. It is because it is in progress. Right. They are adding very small initially. They will release it. Flexibility, resident, it is flexible. Okay, rigid means it is very difficult because
Mm-hmm.
entire application you have to develop at once only. It is not like you go version wise. In duration, I told you, right? You, in
Mm-hmm.
order to develop entire application, obviously you need very much time. But here in Spiral, because it is again it is very compared to waterfall model, it is less long.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so these are the software development models, and each of the how they will follow and what is the difference. Okay. So any questions so for moving to software? No, because we have understand SDLC. So now we will understand what type of testing they will carry out. Okay. So
Yeah.
now let's see what type of testing they will carry out in software development lifecycle. We have already discussed, right? First, they will follow
Mm-hmm.
unit testing, integration testing, system testing, acceptance testing.
Mm.
What is unit testing?
Testing a single unit or
Component.
single component
Exactly, component of the software
by
application.
developer. Yeah.
What is integration testing?
It's like that testing whether the modules each modules are interlinked or data transfer between two modules are working properly or not. Functionality is working properly or not.
Exactly. The, it is a validating of the two or more components, how
Yeah.
the connectivity is there, how the data flow is there. That is very nice answer. So, what is system testing?
It's end-to-end testing. When the
Yeah.
Exactly.
is finished, we test from starting to end the functionality.
The whole
Exactly. So, system
integrated.
testing, all the components are integrated each other, and we are doing end-to-end flow, and each and every flow is working from the login to logout and
Yeah.
ordering the everything. Okay. So once it is done, acceptance testing will do by real user,
Yes.
business people. So they will also test it. It is not like you only test it. The
Yeah.
business people also they will test it because they will not have any guarantee. Because let's say, for example, right, uh, somebody, let's say you are going for moving like watching a movie. So
Mm.
Padma will watch the trailer, but you have not watched the trailer. Padma will tell the trailer is very nice. I will go for movie. But
Mm.
internally, you will get some craze. Then you will go for watching the trailer first. So same thing here also. Software tester also test the application, and business people also they will test the application. So that is what it comes under acceptance testing.
Yeah.
Okay. So whenever you are testing, let's say you are working for XYZ company, you are testing some part, again same part also will be tested by somebody. Somebody means business people or client, or
Mm.
even like a project manager also he will do it. Okay.
Mm.
Unit testing is performed on smaller component on the software. Okay, which tester can term as a single unit. Okay, small
Mm.
individual function they will do it. Okay, coding component. Okay, it kind of code they will check it. Integration testing means tester they will combine the different model at once. Okay, so then they will go for this kind of testing, integration testing. Just verify they will follow the correct data flow or not.
Mm.
Okay, with each other to make sure the systems are working for system testing. Once it is integrated, integration is correct, connectivity is correct, then they will connect all the end-to-end component.
Mm.
Okay. So after that, acceptance testing, customers use the component of the software to see if it is meet their requirement. I told you, right? If they have developed correctly or not. So they will also test it at the final interaction of the user or stakeholder.
Mm.
Stakeholder agreement is a client or business can
Yeah.
ensure that all the agreed requirement are part of requirement, right? So everything they will check it. Okay, so now we have discussed all the software development life cycle, each and every steps, what all involved, what all models are there, what is the difference between them, or what all steps are there. We have already discussed like what type of testing is carried out in software development, right? So SDLC is a systematic process of building the software that will ensure the quality and correctness of the software built.
Yeah.
It is very important. You have to add the quality and correctness.
Mm.
So it sounds like you have understand everything. So and full form also we have understand SDLC nothing but software development life cycle. And here we have already discussed seven stages or phases. First
Mm.
phase is requirement collection and analysis. Then they will study, they will plan, they will design code, testing, deployment, maintenance. So all these we have discussed like. And in design phase also, so they will follow the documents, coding phase, what they will do, right? So what testing will do, right? Installation, or if they face any issues, right? How they will do it. So that also is there. And bug fixing also we have seen, right? Upgrading the software application, right? So everything. And we have discussed about all the seven models, development models, like waterfall model, incremental model, agile V model, spiral model, big bang model. Okay. So apart from that, I have also given here some more same thing only. What I have given, like what is traditional SDLC or traditional SDLC, nothing but waterfall model only. Just keep in mind. So if you
Mm-hmm.
ask, like explain the traditional, so it is a sequence. It is a linear. The process is carried out in waterfall model.
Okay.
It is here. It is given. Okay. So nobody else, but this overview only. Okay. So these are the steps are there. I have completely taken next topic only focused on agile model because it is very important in
Mm.
all the company nowadays. Everyone following agile model.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is why I kept it very separate.
Mm.
So we have 10 minutes. So let's see overview. Okay, so once we understand the overview, we will start actual topic tomorrow as well. Okay, so now
Mm.
let's understand. So, Agile and Scrum framework. Framework, nothing but it is a set of rules or practice. Okay, so now let's understand what is Agile and Agile methodology.
Mm.
Okay, now let's understand Agile is not a set of rules or it is not a set of guidelines or not even methodology. Rather, it is a set of principles. What does it mean, principles? We principle nothing but again it is kind of standard. Let's say they will follow the some principles.
Mm.
Why they follow? To encourage the flexibility, adaptability, communication, and working over plan and processes. So what does it mean on this line, right? So let's see. So you are working in some company, okay? So they are following agile model.
Mm.
Okay. So in agile model, so let's say two developers are there,
Mm.
and three testers are there.
Mm.
Okay. So parallelly, client from client side also somebody should be there, like project manager or business analyst or BA we call it is. There will be some collaboration will be there, right? So they have to let's say if these guys they get any doubt, or let's say tester will get some doubt, he can reach out to developer, right? So how it is developed, everything you can ask a question. That is what that much flexibility, adaptability, communication should be there. Okay, that is very important. Every day you should be having communicate with these all these guys. Okay, so that is what it agile is a set of principle that will encourage the flexibility. Flexible means anytime you can like it is not like strictly.
Mm.
Okay, and you have to adapt that principles. The communication should be there on the planning and process of the software, and it is very succinctly captured in the what it is called in Agile Manifesto. We have a next topic. What they have, like where these principles are mentioned. Okay, so what are these set of principles? One by one we'll go. I think we have 12 principles are there in order to follow this model. 12 principles, 4 values. Okay, we will understand. So now we have understood Agile, the term. So now we'll understand what is Agile methodology. They will ask you what is Agile or what is define Agile methodology. Okay,
Okay.
so method means it is a practice, right? So you have to follow the practice for what? It is a continuous iteration. I told you, right?
Mm.
So continuously development will be going on for upgrading their version. So after 1 month, they will add new feature. After 2 months, they will again add new features. So based on the business, right? So let's say here, or let's say some restaurant. So let's say they will open some new restaurant. Again, Uber it they will add that restaurant list in their app, right? So then they will ask you to update your like application. The same thing only, continuous iteration of development and testing throughout the software development of that project. It is a methodology, nothing but it is a practice for continuation of development and testing throughout the SDLC of that project. Okay, so there are many methodologies there. So one is Scrum. It is a name only. We will understand what is Scrum,
Mm.
and they have again different Kanban extreme program. Again, it is a part of Agile only. So what is Scrum? Who will be nowadays? Everyone using Agile Scrum framework only. Agile Scrum. That is why I kept it in title Agile and Scrum framework. It is very important. So in that only, if you are following Agile, you have to follow these methodologies. Okay, methodology nothing but it is a practice. You have to follow that method, right? So what they have mentioned in that manner only, you have to follow it. Okay, so in that again we are focusing on Scrum. What is Agile Scrum framework? What is Scrum? What is Scrum's roles and responsibility, artifact, and event? Okay, we will understand each and that. Are you fine to go for next 5 minutes, or shall I stop here?
Yeah, you can go. It's fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now we have understand what is Agile methodology, right? So can anyone tell me why we are, what is exactly why we are following Agile model? What is the benefit of this? Just give me whatever you understand, brief on this, because without understanding you cannot blindly. Uh, or have you heard any term this Agile or Scrum from anyone or anywhere?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Okay, so why we are? What is the benefit of this Agile model?
Um, it's an iterative and incremental model. So a piece of application is taken, and the application is divided into small modules, and
Correct.
it is developed in piece unit wise. It is developed unit wise and tested and released to the end user. So if any corrections happens, if the end user or the customer is happy with the product, it will go for the release. Otherwise, the customer makes any corrections, it
Ah,
comes back and we need to redevelop and retest the model.
exactly. Exactly. So here in Agile, let's say, again I'll go for Padma's one. Okay, let's say Padma is told these are the requirement. Okay, so if you're following Agile model, later Padma will tell, so I don't want cache because it is getting fake notes or that. I don't want this functionality.
Mm-hmm.
So what does it mean? So in Agile model, they will accept it. If the component is already developed, already it is the customer is using. So they will tell, I don't want this requirement. They will remove it. So suddenly the Agile model, if you are using only Agile model, so they will accept the requirement changes at any time. Okay, as per requirement changes, they will accept at any time. This is the most important agile practice or principle.
Requirement changes. Okay.
Uh, so let's say, or suddenly they will again, if she asks, okay, sorry by mistake, or let's say, sorry, I'm not getting many orders in the cash and delivery and UPI. I want back that requirement to be added to the application, cash and delivery, right? Because at the end, ultimately, the business is important, right? So if they're getting more orders on cash, so right, so if they have removed that component or requirement, obviously they will be in loss, right? So again, they will ask, okay, as Padma told, they are again required which we have removed. So then they will turn it on, okay, or they will develop it. So it is a based on requirement changes. So that is what Azal says, okay, as per because for them client is important, right? So they will. I told you, right? Satisfying the customer is very important, right? So if they say no, let's say if they say no, they will go for different company,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if they say no, then the contract will end. So obviously the company will be lost, right? Because the client, if you're not satisfying client, so it will be obviously it will be in loss only, because they will go for next company, right? So that is how whenever there is a requirement changes, they will go for agile model, right? So and they will make the each and every iterative, they will release the small amount of software or component for the public. Okay, so incrementally they will add, keep on adding the new features, right? Then they will hand over to the users. Okay, so now we have understand what is agile, what is agile methodology. So now we'll understand what is the agile scrum framework. Okay, in this topic we are discussing scrum, what is the roles, right? What is the roles and responsibility you have to follow, events. Okay, some terminology they will use differently than testing.
Mm-hmm.
In testing we will call it as a requirement. Okay, let's say in normal testing, functional testing, right? So we will call it as a requirement.
Mm-hmm.
But in agile for scrum, right? So they will call it as a stories.
Okay. Agile Scrum.
Okay, so we will understand that as well. Okay, so first we'll understand what is scrum. It is a lightweight. What does it mean, lightweight? Can anyone why we have used here lightweight? Why we call it a lightweight?
No idea.
Can Prashant here, Padma can answer.
Lightweight, my assumption is it like only small, high level. mm,
So it is a very lightweight, nothing but it is a very simple. Okay, it is very simple and easy to understand. Okay, so Scrum is a lightweight framework that will help the people, team, team nothing but development and testing team. Okay, and organization nothing but it is a company. Okay, Scrum is a lightweight framework that will help the people, team, organization to generate the value through adaptive solution. I told you, right? So if you have a adaptive solution, nothing but if requirement are getting changed,
Yeah.
right? So for the complex problem. So this is what Scrum. Scrum is nothing but it is a lightweight framework that will help the people, team, and organization for to generate the value through adaptive solution for complex problems. Okay, so
Yeah.
the again it will follow the iterative only, like as we discussed in agile model, right? Oppose the small self-sufficient team. Okay, so here in this team, okay, let's say I'll go for waterfall model. In waterfall model, they will be having more than uh, 20 testers will be there. Okay, how they will divide here? Let's say you are working on Amazon in waterfall model. So first they will go for login, sign up, or forget password. Right? So second component they will go for mobile launching, only mobiles. Second they will go for TV or electrical accessories. Right? So then they will go for flight booking. So different sections, right? So they will develop each and everything. So to test that, so here one tester will be there. Here
Mm-hmm.
two testers will be there. Wherever it is complex, flight booking again two testers will be. They will divide the model inside only. Okay, but in Agile it is not like that. It is a set of only the team size will be between 5 to 9 members only. I think 7 to 9 only. In that seven only, developer will be there and testers will understand that one. Okay, not to confuse here. So that is what self-sufficient team enable them to achieve the understand, define the goal, define the goal, right? So functionality, right? In short time frame, I told you, right? So and also in Scrum, they will go for only time duration is only 4 weeks. So they have to finish the software application, testing, development, everything. For every release, they will release a software. Okay.
Okay.
So that is why it is a continuous assessment, right? So to refine the quality, right? If let's say you have deliver some portion of the software, so if you are getting a negative feedback, that feedback has to be fixed in next version, right? Or let's say if you go to Google Play Store, you will see the review from the users, right? Issues, right? Everything. So as I told you, right? Everybody nowadays, everybody follow the Scrum framework because it is very popular. Okay, so but this is a it is just one of the framework. It is not like all the framework like we have already discussed. There are three frameworks: Kanban, Extreme, and Scrum. Out of three framework, anyone can also use it. It is not like only you can go for Scrum. But most of that nowadays, as I experience, right? So they will go for Scrum only. Will understand. Okay, so it is just one of the framework by which you can implement Agile. Agile is nothing but it is you can set up practice to develop the software application. Okay, and Agile Scrum methodology is one of the proper Agile software development method. Okay, so there are some other software development method which are one like widely used is a Agile Scrum methodology. I told you right. So nowadays everyone widely used is a Agile Scrum. So now we understand what is Scrum. It is a lightweight framework which will help the people team organization by using for the complex problem, right? Collaborative. Right? So that is what combination of both incremental iterative model for the software development. Okay, so I will pause here. I have given one PDF here, how exactly it looks like. Okay, as a Scrum framework.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there will be a Scrum team will be there, daily meeting will be there, product owner, everything will be there. I have understand everything, so we'll go one by one. Okay, this is one page you can understand everything. So
Okay.
what is the sprint goal? What is the product backlog? What is sprint backlog? What is increment? What is Scrum Master? What is his role? What is developers? What is his roles? Right? So, and what is the sprint review? What is the sprint? Who all will attend that meeting? What they will discuss? Right? Everything I have given explanation here. So we'll understand in I think in next classes. Okay. So I've given here. Okay. We will from here.